when we would stop for those few minutes, they were just cruising. So I have a feeling it is the same ones with the male escort too.
Yeah, I want her to
today, but it does get to be a full-on battle. It's like a nasty bar fight Saturday night at times at the, over a girl. Two guys fighting over the same girl, or more than two. That we'll ever get to see a whale that we may listen to. Annie is at the front of the boat, and what she's doing is actually uncoiling and getting ready to drop this hydrophone in the water. The hydrophone is an underwater mic. It's weighted and it's attached to, oh gosh, about 25 feet of cable or so. So we're going to toss this in the water. We're going to plug it into our amplifier. And then I'll put my microphone up to it and we'll just listen in. So what we're going to be listening for a variety of different sounds. We may hear low moaning, groaning, high-pitched squeals and whistles, or a variety of anything in between. It can sound like a barnyard animal symphony. So we'll just listen in and then I'll talk a little bit more about it after. And depending on how clear any of the song may be, it may be off in the distance. This hydrophone picks up sound around a mile or so in all directions. It may be much closer. But if it is closer, we have a clear song. You're welcome to record the song in any of our speakers. Kind of fun.
wow, yeah, you got some of that into. Wow. Wow. I don't know what I got.
You think it's an old one sometimes.
Different color. That's the weather.
How's it going over there? Because they're just each saying the same thing over and over again, but maybe it's like a I'm here, or like a la la la, and the other's like la la, and they're obviously hearing each other. But yeah, is it conveying like a position, or we don't know? Yeah, we can't translate it to know, but each one is saying the same song, so it isn't different relative to position or anything like that. Yeah.
Where is this going?
This is in the water to yeah.
Microphone down there.
It's just straight down. So we're just listening to the sounds in the ocean right now. If you were to go swimming in the ocean and dive down, this is what you would hear.
Don't you guys?
Probably a few folks' first time listening to whales, especially for anybody maybe first time whale watching. It might have been your first time whale listening too. Annie's just going to bring this hydrophone up, and then we'll continue on watching whales. We always have to shut down to put this in, otherwise we wrap the line around our propeller and we just hit our own engine. So we always shut down when we want to listen in on some humpback whales. And our hydrophone's all clear, Tiff. So we'll kind of continue on with the whale watching portion, but we always like to have the opportunity to listen in, because I think it's awesome. I could do that for hours. It's so fascinating to listen to these humpback whale songs. We have no idea what they're saying. You can't translate it to a human language. But what's neat is that scientists have been able to identify it being the males, so it's the boys making all that ruckus down there. They're singing away, while the females are not. The singing is occurring on mating and calving grounds. So if you were to listen up in Alaska, you might hear some bits and pieces of the song, but not at the same level or abundance that we hear the song on mating and calving grounds. So that's also interesting. Scientists have been able to determine that it is not just standard males. They're actually in repetition and pattern. And you might have even picked up on some of the repetition. It's always a threat, even when that migration, on that migration back or turning. So yeah, that's a good thing to bring up. And also, I wanted to just end with one other neat thing with the song is, while we don't know what it means or why the males are exactly singing, I can tell you that typically singing behavior done by a male diving down underwater, pointing his head down at a 45-degree angle, or so. This has been observed, and just levitating in the water, not really swimming and singing on the go, just kind of floating there, hanging out, emitting this sound without the use of any functioning vocal cords. And you don't have a stream of bubbles coming out of the blowhole. So the song is being pushed, or I should say, the song is being created by air being pushed through different passageways or nasal cavities, creating this range of sound. And eventually, you know, that whale, having used energy singing away, is going to have to come up and breathe. And when they do come up to breathe, that's when the singing stops. So if we were to have a whale that would be singing close to us, it would have been very prevalent and loud. Oh my gosh, fly hopping at 10 o'clock. Whoa, hi male escort. Very cool. Oh, that's so awesome, you guys. That male, he's just poking his little chin in the front of his, he doesn't really have a nose, but just kind of the unofficial nose region, you might think of it as, the rostrum up out of the water. So cool. So when a male, you know, comes up to breathe, that's when the singing stops. That's how we scientists have been able to identify. Even on our whale watches, we've had it happen a couple times. Really loud and clear voice, and then surfacing. The singing stops. When it resumes, that whale has dove back down. We've been able to tell who the singer is in that regard, but it doesn't happen very often for us on these trips. And overall, the song does change. So in the course of a few seasons, the song will evolve and change to become a completely new song. So we don't know why that is either. We don't know the purpose. Like I said, there's no direct correlation with it attracting a female. That's been a really big hypothesis, but has not been proven that it's, you know, a direct way to attract a mate. So still a few mysteries remain with the song of the humpback whale. Hey, this is a really, really nice close encounter. I know that this will be our last encounter probably with humpback whales, other than some whale watching on the go. We will be here for a few more minutes, but we will have to start to head towards Lahaina in a little bit, kind of gear it down in the fourth quarter of our whale watch. So I'll let you guys just take this in and flag me down and give some more questions. Mom with that turquoise flippers, the arms that are white, so you can, you know, keep taps. Tap is just swimming right over the mom's head right now, right over her rostrum. Just, oh, that's so cool. Mom just, you know, pushing the baby up a bit, baby just swimming back and forth, rolling over a bit. And you can, of course, use the turquoise to always identify the mom, even if she's not logging at the surface in this case. And that's the male escort. There he is. Okay, you guys, we are officially hugged again. Wow, this time by the other mother calf escort, right? The other ones went to the south. So we can't move the boat. Oh, shucks. Oh, darn. So if you would like, I just bring that up as a reminder that if you can't see these whales, you will have to physically move your position on the boat. So right now at the 11 o'clock side, I still have to turn it out and squeeze more people, and if you want, we'll make room for everybody. But amazing. And the male escort is positioned between us and where his mother is. You can't see him unless you see a shadow. He is even closer to us. He is right between us and this mom. She is like, she is my woman. He is, oh my gosh, he really is. The shadow here is just at 11 o'clock. Mom and calf, just a little further ahead of us at 11. Okay, the male escort dove a little deeper, but he is again still between us and the mom at 11 o'clock. You might see his shadow if you're down there in the bow area. So that was the baby. The male is pointing towards the mom and calf. Here comes the male. Get ready for the mom. I mean, in front of the baby, or behind the baby, I should say. Wow, so that baby just rolled over belly up. You were seeing the underside of the tail.
I know you're busy. You're busy watching the whale. Yayam. Busy yayam. Who's that?
So that was a really neat one, you guys. These whales kind of swimming our way, but notice how that male positioned himself between us and the mom and escort. So, I don't know, I kind of get the feeling by that encounter that he was just a little defensive of his lady, you know, kind of strategically positioning himself in that way. That was kind of interesting to see that whole thing transpire like that. Not so much that he's feeling threatened, you know, he's sort of display. You know, hey, I'm going to be in this position. I'm the primary escort. So that was pretty neat to watch. I didn't. We're just sitting here like a big log, and really neat to have a mother and calf pass by us that way without feeling threatened. You know, that is, you know, the purpose of the law, and we try to be as respectful out here as possible. We don't have to get after it, but probably not scared of the boat.
Phoenix, come this way, please. No, come on over here.
Zipping the boat full speed and right on our tails.
We're gonna stay here with them. Ah, we will. That's what happens when you do that.
Just really calm and hanging out. There's
That's
no
what
threat
happens when
here.
you.
That male is doing the spy hopping behavior again. So if you can imagine him right now, he's vertical, right? Head is pointed out, tail is straight down, just poking straight up. I really don't know why he's doing that. He's not coming up enough so that the eye is above the water to actually physically look above water. I'm not really sure what that behavior is signifying, but I think it's neat. I don't see that behavior a lot. I have seen spy hopping before, but I don't see it very often. Just such a graceful maneuver, so delicate, and that's kind of cool too to have these huge whales the size of buses, actually the size of that boat, our sister ship, the Ocean Freedom. That is the length of a humpback whale as an adult, and it weighs a heck of a lot more than that raft. To have such an animal so big, so powerful that it can launch its body out of the water with 2 flicks of the tail, and at the same time do something like this little ballerina up on the tiptoes kind of maneuver, spy hopping. The grace is amazing. These large animals, so streamlined. So
He's going out the other direction now, see? Now I see he's maybe coming toward us.
For those of you that have not been watching this whale in front of us, I know we've been distracted by that cute baby over there. We still have another mom and calf directly in front of us. So 12 o'clock, this is officially what we would call a bubble. But it's not like held hostage at the moment, which I love. But we can't leave the boat when we do have wind within 100 yards. We'll suddenly surface or choose to come over to the boat, which can happen. It's not our choice, it's that of the whales, and we're paralyzed essentially.
Sure, yeah. I got it. I think I got it. That'd be the first one I got.
Yeah, my first too.
That is what scientists use to study humpback whales in the long term. Of course, what their lifetime is the photograph of the tail in a blue-dot atlas. That is the fingerprint. Each humpback whale's tail is unique. So not just the color, some of them are all white, whether that's all gray or some sort of a splattering or mishmash or pattern between the black and white colors. The shape is also important. Some of these whale tails are, rounded on the corners. They have a very deep notch in the center, or maybe kind of a funny serrated trailing edge. So all of the shape and the color is what acts as the fingerprint. So really wanted to take note of the tail. Take note of that pattern in color. And it helps us even after we're over any one of us enjoying a whale watch, to kind of make a mental note. What's going on today? We're going to see it tomorrow, or even the next trip, or even when we have a group dynamic. Okay, I recognize that whale by the tail. Let's see what it's doing compared to this other one with a large whale. So it is. So these whales seem to seek out these shallow waters, probably again just for aiding in protection of this cache. Less exposure. You're not in the open, exposed ocean where it's thousands of feet deep. Not to mention we've got the protection from a lot of the weather. You want one that group for everybody, but amazing. And the male escort is positioned between us and where his mother is. You can't see him unless you see a shadow. He is even closer to us. He is right between us. 6 o'clock direction, 7 o'clock direction. The 4 islands around us. It kind of makes a nice protected waterway with 4 walls essentially around it. And again, this is a very shallow waterway. It's really the valley that was once connecting these 4 islands to one giant island known as Maui. So it is a shallow basin in this part of Hawaii, and that's part of the reason why we get so many humpbacks coming into Maui County waters in particular. And we'll still see humpbacks off of Big Island or Kauai or Oahu on those shallow leeward sides. It's not in the same number. We have well over 75% of our humpbacks that migrate to Hawaii and travel and spend time here in Maui. So we get really lucky whale watching over here. Whale watching on Oahu or Kauai is not quite what it is on Maui, just because of the sheer concentration. here in our water.
I think.
Fun behavior to be seen with cat slapping its tail like this and lifting the amount of its tail out of the water. It just shows that it is a very strong baby, very healthy. This is a good sign. Still a little sloppy, still gaining this coordination, but very strong, being able to do this variety of behaviors. The light blue color is the white cactus. The arms of that mother are white. Water is so clear here. If you were to toss a white t-shirt in the water, and it was, underwater a few feet, it would actually appear that very same turquoise color. So what's fun is on some of these whales that have more white on their bodies, they're such a large animal. You think they'd be really big and clumsy, bumping all around into things, but they're not.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, with that, oh my gosh, I'm glancing at my watch, and I know Tip's kind of pointing the boat. That's our signal, you guys. What a grand finale. We do have to get back to the harbor, so we'll just mosey on out of here and head back. That was a great way to kind of wrap up our trip. It's not officially over. We're not back at the dock yet. I'm sure we're going to see a few more whales, but unfortunately we are out of time to really stop to watch whales. So we'll watch on the go and enjoy them as we're headed back to the harbor. Which is nice because we'll be back in Lahaina and that rain is kind of packed. So that worked out well to our benefit.